Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Daily English with Hana. I want to start today's video with a simple but powerful question. What if 6 months from now, you wake up one morning and English doesn't feel like a foreign language anymore? Imagine you switch on a podcast and you actually follow the story. You sit down at a cafe, and when a tourist asks you for directions, you reply without panic. You write an email at work, and it doesn't take you 2 hours. Wouldn't that feel incredible? Here's the good news. It's possible, and not in 10 years, not even in 3 years. In just 6 months, you can create a real transformation in your English. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, "No, Hana, that's impossible. I've studied for years and nothing changed." 6 months? That's too short. I need at least 5 years. I used to believe the same thing. But then, I met students, friends, and learners who proved me wrong. They showed me that when you live with English, when you surround yourself with it daily, 6 months is not just enough. It's powerful. And in this video, I'll show you how. I'll share the daily plan. I'll tell you stories of real learners, and I'll give you a challenge that might just change your life. So, grab your coffee, stay with me until the end, and let's begin this 6-month journey together. Let me paint a picture. There are 2 learners. Learner A studies once a week, 2 hours in a classroom. Learner B studies only 20 minutes a day, but every single day for 6 months. Who do you think will improve more? It's always Learner B, because consistency beats intensity. Think of it like going to the gym. If you exercise only once a week for 2 hours, you'll be sore, tired, and then forget what you did. But if you exercise 20 minutes every day, your body adapts, your muscles grow, and your energy rises. The same happens with English. 6 months of daily immersion equals nearly 200 hours of exposure. That's like living in an English-speaking country for half a year. And here's the kicker. When you do something every day, your brain starts to expect it. English becomes not just a subject, but a habit. So, 6 months isn't magic. It's math plus habit plus persistence. Now, let's clear up a big misunderstanding. When I say immersion, I don't mean buying expensive textbooks or living abroad. Immersion doesn't mean suffering with grammar rules until your head explodes. Immersion means English becomes part of your life. Picture this. You wake up, and instead of checking Instagram in your language, you play a 5-minute English podcast. You brush your teeth while listening to English songs. You make breakfast and tell yourself, "I'm making eggs, I'm cutting bread, I'm drinking tea." On your way to school or work, you watch a short YouTube video in English. At night, instead of scrolling endlessly, you read 1 page of a story before sleep. See? You don't need extra hours. You just replace small daily moments with English moments. Immersion is like changing the wallpaper of your mind. Suddenly, everywhere you look, there's English. All right, let's break down the pillars of immersion. There are 3 of them: listening, speaking, and thinking in English. 1. Listening, feeding your brain. Listening is like giving your brain food. If you stop eating, your body becomes weak. If you stop listening, your English starves. In the first weeks, you may not understand much, and that's okay. Imagine a baby, they listen for months before saying a single word. I once had a student named Javier. He was from Spain, and he hated listening exercises because he couldn't understand. I challenged him, just listen for 15 minutes every day, no subtitles, no stress. He listened while cooking, while cleaning, while jogging. After 1 month, he told me, "Tom, I think I hear more words now." After 3 months, he laughed and said, "I was watching a movie, and I didn't even notice I understood the scene until it was over." That's the magic of listening. The progress sneaks up on you. So, don't focus on perfection. Focus on presence. Let English sounds fill your day. 2. Speaking, training your mouth. Now, this is the scary one, right? Many learners say, "I'll speak when I'm ready. I'll wait until I'm in London or New York." But here's the truth. If you wait for perfect English, you'll never speak. The secret is to speak now, even alone. Try this. Stand in front of a mirror and describe what you see. "My hair is messy. I look tired. I'm smiling now." Or try shadowing. Repeat sentences you hear in a video immediately, copying rhythm and intonation. I had a Korean student, Hana, who shadowed 10 minutes of Netflix daily. At first, she laughed at how silly it felt. But 6 months later, her classmates said, "Wow, your accent sounds natural." Speaking daily is like oiling the gears of a machine. At first, it's rusty, but with practice, the gears turn smoothly. 3. Thinking in English, training your brain. This is the most powerful pillar. If you always translate, you will always be slow. Here's a simple exercise. Set a timer for 5 minutes. For those 5 minutes, only think in English. Ask yourself easy questions. What will I eat today? What do I want to buy? Where will I go this weekend? Answer yourself in English. Even if the sentences are simple, you're training your brain to switch codes. One of my favorite moments is when students tell me, "Tom, I was walking down the street, and suddenly I realized I was thinking in English without trying." That moment feels like magic, but it's actually the result of practice. Part 4. The Mindset Game. Let's be real. The hardest part isn't listening or speaking. The hardest part is not quitting. Your brain will resist. It will say, "This is too hard. I'm too old. I'm too busy." And you'll make mistakes. You'll feel silly. People might laugh. But let me tell you a secret. Mistakes are proof you're alive in the language. Mistakes mean you're trying. I remember one student, Ali, who worked in a kitchen. He told me, "When I spoke English, my coworkers laughed at my accent. I felt embarrassed." I told him, "Ali, every laugh is a free lesson. Every mistake is a step forward." He kept going. 6 months later, When a tourist came to the restaurant, Ali was the only one confident enough to take the order in English. His manager gave him a promotion. That's mindset. That's persistence. So whenever your inner voice says, "I can't," change it to, "I'm improving." Remember, perfection is not the goal. Progress is. Part 5. Real Stories of 6-Month Transformations. Let me share a few more stories to inspire you. Maria from Brazil. She used to hide whenever foreigners visited her office. After 6 months of daily immersion listening to podcasts, speaking to herself, and journaling in English, she volunteered to give a company presentation in English. Everyone was shocked. Ahmed, from Egypt. He loved football, but never watched it in English. I told him, "Try watching commentary in English every weekend." He did, for 6 months. Now, he not only improved his vocabulary, but also made new international friends online. Lynn from Vietnam. She was terrified of speaking. She started recording herself once a week. At first, she said only, "Hello, my name is Lynn." But 6 months later, she was recording 3-minute stories about her day. When she compared her first and last recording, she cried tears of joy. These stories prove one thing. 6 months of immersion is not a dream. It's a choice. Part 6. Your daily 6-month plan. Okay, let's make this practical. Here's a simple daily routine you can follow. Morning, 15 minutes. Play an English podcast or video while preparing breakfast. During the day, 10-15 minutes total, in short bursts. Self-talk or shadowing. Describe your actions out loud. Evening, 15-20 minutes. Read a page of a book or watch a short video in English. Before bed, 5 minutes. Think in English. Ask yourself easy questions and answer them. That's it. Less than an hour a day, but every single day. Do this for 6 months, and you will feel the change. Imagine this conversation. Your future self, 6 months later. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for listening, speaking, and thinking every day. Look at me now. I'm confident, I'm fluent, and I feel free. Your present self, today. But it's hard. I feel tired. What if I fail? Your future self, trust me. Every small step matters. Every mistake is progress. 6 months will pass anyway. Why not use it to transform? This dialogue is not fantasy. It's the voice of every successful learner I've met. So, here's the final takeaway. Immersion is not about perfection. It's about presence. If you listen daily, speak daily, and think in English daily, you will grow. 6 months is enough to surprise yourself, to feel the difference, to start living with English instead of fighting with it. So, are you ready? Don't wait for tomorrow. Your 6-month journey begins today, right now. I believe in you. And one day soon, you'll believe in yourself too. Thank you, my friends, for joining me on English Unleashed. Keep listening, keep speaking, keep thinking, and above all, keep believing. See you in the next episode.